We're going to start in Aura today. Now, Aura is good posture. It's very similar to Venus, and that we did against the wall last week. So what we're going to do is, it's very important actually, so I'm going to take you through this very slowly because these postures we're going to add on. You guys are moving up from beginners level 1, you're going to beginners level 2, and beginners level 2, we start incorporating a couple of different things. And that makes it a bit more of a challenge for the vacuum. So here it's really important that you dig your toes in. For me, I always explain this the same way. Kind of sit in my heels so I could get a good stretch into my toes, and then I stand up and I do push my hips forward, but I'm not losing that natural curvature. The only way I can keep that natural curvature is if I lift my chest up. Be careful that your head doesn't go back, so that shouldn't feel comfortable. But try that. So sit in your heels and then stand up and keep your hands on your belly and on your lower back. Push your hips forward so you can actually feel there's a bit of a stretch going in the quads, and that's what we want as well. Part of these exercises are actually giving you a very good stretch in your body. So that's one of the benefits there is. And eventually it does add on to the benefits. So push your hips forward and then now lift your sternum, and you can feel the bottom is stretching a bit, the abs, and the bottom ribs are opening up. So from here, we should keep that posture the whole time. And what we're going to do is breathe in a couple of times and out in a couple of times. And then we're going to displace and bend from our knees and displace our weight just a tad forward, but be very careful. I'm going to show you this way what happens when we actually do that, because if you do this, it's not working, and we're placing a lot of weight on our back. So what we're going to do is just place the weight, and it's very slightly. The only way you're not going to fall forward is by activating your hamstring. So you would probably feel that, and then you feel, okay, my toes are lifting a little bit, and that's why I sit back again, I grip again with my toes, and then I go forward, and I'm like, okay, now I can really grip. Make sure your knees are hip width apart. That's another secret of not falling forward. It's only a couple of centimeters, maybe one, not even, it doesn't even reach 2 centimeters. As long as you feel, okay, now I'm in the middle, now I'm going a tad forward and I have to activate my hamstring to be able to do that. So we are working actively here. So stay with your weight forward, and you might feel your abs activated just a little bit as well. That's good. And we want that, and it's going to make the suction just a little bit different. So the concentration, what we're trying to do is separating the ab exercise, ab activation, and still getting that suction going. So put your arms in Venus, out wide. So I'm going to show you from the front. So arms out wide, elbows out and to the front. Fingertips following the arms, stretching down the shoulders and up to the head. Ribs are opening nice and wide. Breathe in nice and deep, your full capacity. Lifting your chest and your sternum, hold for a second, drop your jaw. Concentrate on lifting your head, breathe in again. Drop your jaw. Again, breathe in. Concentrate lifting your chest, hold for a second. And now when you breathe out, push your shoulders down. Elbows out, breathe in again. Drop your jaw, push your shoulders down. Now we add on neurodynamic movement. Breathe in, move your head to one side, open the opposite hand. Stretch the fingertips back, stay there. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in again, stay there. This time, breathing out, come back, face front, hand return. Let's go to the other side, stretch up the head, breathe in again. Stretch your fingertips back, stay there, breathe out. Breathe in again. Chest up, breathe out, and come back with your hands and your head. Shoulders pushing down again. breathe in, stay in front, and as you breathe out, come back with your weight to center again. Now you might have come back. Now you might have noticed, oh, I lost that weight displacement. It's fine. This is a learning curve that we're going through. So come back with your weight a little bit to the center. Place your knees if you need to. Again, grab with your toes and grab with your toes. And then again, we put our posture in the correct position. So elbows goes down, shoulders goes down, elbows goes outwards, sorry. And breathe in again. Now we're in the center. We don't have the weight displacement. Drop your jaw. Chest stays high when we breathe out, so concentrate on not collapsing. Breathe in again. Nice and deep, hold it for a second. Now breathe out, and we do neurodynamic movement. Hand opens and head twists, turns to the opposite side. Fingers stretches back just a tad. Shoulders goes down. Breathe in again. Stay there. Hold it for a second. Breathe out. Breathe in again. Now as you breathe out, come back with your head, come back with your hands, and put your shoulder down at the same time. Breathe in, head turns the other way. And hand opens, fingers stretches back, and breathe out. Breathe in again. Hold it for a second. Drop your shoulder down. Really push that shoulder down. And it might hurt a little bit. That's fine. Not too much though. Breathe in again. And as you breathe out, come back with your head and your hand to center. Okay, now we're going to do all of that together. Relax your shoulders just a little bit. I know sometimes it gets a little bit hard to stand up posture, which is good. It's a good training exercise. Okay, so I'm going to show you diagonally. We're going to add vacuums doing that. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So first, watch what I'm doing. And again, every single time I move or I feel I'm not gripping hard enough with my toes, I do the same. So we do the corrections every single time. If you feel one shoulder is hurting just a little bit, try and move the elbow just a little bit outwards, or maybe push the elbow down, and that adjustment might start happening. So that's a big secret. So we make the adjustments the whole time that we do the postures, okay? So I'm going to show you an example of what we're going to do of what we did now in a fluid movement. So I'm centralized now. Now weight displacement goes forward. Just a tad, breathe in. Open hand, head moves, breathe out. And a little vacuum. Breathe in and out. Again, breathe in. To the other side, stretch back. Breathe out, come back to center. Weight displacement is still forward. Little vacuum. Let's do that 3 times. So join with me. Elbows out, weight forward, shoulders down, head up, chest up. Breathe in, head moves. Stretch back. And breathe out, come back. Center, little vacuum. Breathe in and out. Facing forward. Breathe in, hit to the other side. And open. Breathe out, come back to center. Little vacuum. Breathe in. Drop the jaw. Again, the other side, breathe in. And out, come back. And little vacuum. Breathe in. Drop it to the other side. Breathe in. Lift the chest. And as you breathe out, weight front, shoulders down, weight forward, little vacuum. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time, each side. Breathe in. Push that shoulder down and breathe out, come back. Stretch down shoulders, weight forward, hamstring tight. Breathe in again, other side. Shoulder down, breathe out. Little vacuum. I think I skipped a vacuum there. Breathe out. Kind of happens when you get into the roll of things. Okay, so relax your shoulders a little bit. This would have been quite a workout for your shoulders, and that's good. So we've got a little bit of a hamstring exercise there, a bit of a shoulder exercise, some adjustments happening, and stretching the quads all in one workout. This is a beautiful posture and very safe to do for you at home. If you want to start out the morning, just a couple of breaths here, just neurodynamic movement, just to loosen up, to get that nice, beautiful posture for the rest of the day. Just be very careful when you do go forward, it happens in your knees and it doesn't happen in your lower back. Okay, from here we're going to go to GAIA. Now here I'm going to do an add-on. So pay attention first to what I'm going to show you, because the whole secret here is trying to actually pull the diaphragm. So by using our head and trying to actually reach away with the crown of your head, we're trying to create space in the vertebrae as well as extend and deepen that vacuum. So GAIA, you remember, again, feet flexed, knees and feet, hip width apart, hands shoulder width apart, right underneath the shoulders, knees 90 degrees, hips 90 degrees. Head is trying to stretch to the opposite wall, elbows are bent. Pretty a lot. I'm going to show you that way so you can see the front. So instead of trying to actually, it's going to hurt my wrist, so I bend it quite a bit. And shoulders come down to the waist. So instead of, every time we're going to breathe in, you're going to feel your shoulders actually lifting up a little bit. Allow it, but every time you breathe out, try and push those shoulders to your waist. Okay? The other thing that we're doing in GAIA, if you remember correctly, we push up through the scapulars the whole time. So that lats and the scapulars are activated the whole time, opening the chest as well. We have that natural curvature going in the lower back. And with the extension, so first we're going to do a couple of breaths here in GAIA, but the extension, what happens is, I'm going to show you the difference. Now I'm going to just turn my head and I'm going to lift my belly. So actually, it's hard for me to talk because I'm collapsing my throat and my chin's trying to actually touch my chest. Error. So what we're going to do is extend with our head. Shoulders are pushing away. Again, I'm going to show it. My chest will open. You might feel that. So I'm pressing my head away from me. I'm not lifting at all. Just extending. And the crown of my head is trying very slowly to reach the floor. And I can feel, and it's easy for me to talk because I can feel my neck is long and I'm still pushing up through my scapulars as well. There's a lot going on in this posture. So we're going to practice it first without the extension in the normal GAIA posture, and then afterwards I will direct you and we will do the extension. When we breathe out, hold it and do a vacuum. Okay, everybody get to GAIA. Make sure your feet are gripping the floor nice and tight. And the only way to do that is to activate those hamstrings. And if your knees are hurting, just double up or get a towel on the knees, or double up your mat and put that underneath the knees. So have a look at your shoulders and then follow your arm down to your wrist and bend push up through your scapulars, shoulders are pushing to the waist, head extending away from you, natural curvature going. Just relax that lower back a little bit, and then breathe in nice and deep. Hold it there for a second, feel the pressure, drop your jaw. Ease out that airflow slowly. Abs are relaxed. Breathe in again, nice and deep. And drop your jaw. Ease the air out. And give me a little vacuum here. We're going to hold the vacuums a little bit longer. We did a nice warm-up. Breathe out again. Push up through those scapulars. Breathe in again. Chest opening. Drop your jaw. Shoulders to your waist. Breathe in again. Full capacity. Head away from your shoulders. Breathe out. Shoulders to your waist. Relax that lower back. And vacuum. Arms getting tight, right? That's good. And breathe out. Breathe in again. And now, as you breathe out, extend your head away from your shoulders to your waist, and extend the crown of your head down. Trying to reach the floor, but pushing up through your scapulars. Bend your elbows. Breathe in again. Keep that extension the whole time. Breathe out. Try and keep your neck nice and long. And vacuum. Keep that extension and breathe out. Shoulders to your waist. Push up through scapulars. I know it's hard. Breathe in again. And drop your jaw. Push that crown away from you and vacuum. As you breathe out, come to Maya. So put your elbows where your hands are. Hands facing forward. We know Maya by now. Keep it 90 degrees in your hips. So make very sure you're not sitting back onto your heels. So head is extending forward. We're placing our head neutral. Neck following the spine. And shoulders are pushing to your waist. And it's nice, relaxed, isn't it? The shoulders were working, the arms and the scapulars were working nice and hard. So we're starting to do some training now. Okay, so shoulders push to the waist. That lower back has that natural curvature going. And again, push up towards the ceiling through your scapulars. Breathe in nice and deep. And drop your jaw. Very easy, letting the air out. Relax the abs. Completely. And breathe in again. Nice and deep. And drop your jaw. And give me a nice deep vacuum here. Breathe in and drop your jaw. And breathe in again. And as you breathe out, again, adjust. Push up through your scapulars. Keep breathing out, nice and slow. And shoulders down to your waist. Push them away from your ears. That head is following the spine. Another one, breathe in. And breathe out. Relax the lower back. And vacuum. Now we're going to do the same. Breathe out. And breathe in again. As you breathe out, extend the crown of your head and try and actually get around something that is underneath you. Maybe there's a balloon, you're not trying to crush it, and try and extend your head to the floor. But push up through your scapulars and shoulders to your waist. Breathe in again. Nice and deep, drop your jaw. Relax the abs and the lower back. Breathe in again. And as you breathe out, push those shoulders to your waist and through your scapulars. Send the head to the floor, not touching the floor at all. And vacuum. Breathe in and raise your head again to neutral position as you're breathing out. Vision is facing to the floor directly. Breathe in again. And as you breathe out, join your fingertips together. They're touching. And breathe out, in. And as you breathe out now, you're making a little triangle. So displace your elbows just slightly outwards. And your head will drop just between your hands, slightly touching the floor. And your scapula is going to rest open to the side. And I'm not placing any weight on my shoulders at all. I'm just relaxing. My lower back is completely relaxed. Coccyx is actually going up a little bit. And the shoulders are still going towards my waist. And I can actually just rest a little bit in this posture. Careful that your bum is not sitting back. So my forehead is not actually lying down with any weight on the floor, but I am slightly touching it. But all the weight is displaced between my bum and my forearm that's on the floor. And I have a triangle shape in my forearm. Breathe in here. Your head might lift, and as you breathe out, relax those shoulders towards your waist. Breathe in again. And your head will lift as you breathe out. Spine and scapulars together in a straight line. And give me a little vacuum. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, come back again to original Maya. Straighten your hands to the front. Breathe in again. As you breathe out, open your knees nice and wide. Cross your feet right underneath your bum and very slowly stretch your bum back and sit into HESTIA. And bring your feet a little bit forward. So we cross legs. Get your bum into a perfect position. So if you need to get some of that bum cheeks out of the way, do that. Sit on your sit bones, nice and straight, good posture. Feet are flexed. So my toes are actually trying to literally reach each other. The base of my palms are on my knees, and then I slide them a little bit backwards on my legs. Elbows out to the side, shoulders down to the waist, chest is lifting, crown of the head is trying to reach the ceiling. Breathe in nice and deep, chest lifting, and as you breathe out, try not to collapse your chest. Natural curvature in the lower back. The knees might lift a little bit. Breathe in again, nice and deep, drop your jaw and pull your fingertips up towards your nose. Breathe in again. And drop your jaw. Shoulders to your waist. Vacuum here. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, extend your legs forward. Hip width apart for your feet and your knees. Toes in the same direction as your knees. Flexing the toes. So legs are not too high. The higher I have it, the more difficult it is to have my back straight. So kind of push your heels down a bit. Have that natural curvature going. Base of my palms are just behind my knees so that I can have my elbows out to the side. Shoulders goes down, chest lifts up, and the crown of the head reaches up to the ceiling. Breathe in. Drop your jaw. Push my shoulders down. Breathe in again. Drop the jaw. Vacuum. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, now the other leg crosses underneath. So you'll be in the uncomfortable cross-leg position. Again, if it's too uncomfortable, make the readjustments you need to make to get your sit bones completely onto the ground. Flex your feet and kind of move your knees a little bit outwards. That gives me more stability. And if you need to move your feet a little bit forward, just 1 centimeter, that also helps. Base of the palms behind your knees, elbows out to the side, shoulders to the waist. Breathe in. Drop your jaw. Breathe in again. Fingertips to your nose. Breathe out. And vacuum. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, you can now turn towards me completely. I'm going to show you a variation of Demeter. So first pay attention so that you can sit up nice and straight before you lie down very gently, not using your ab muscles at all. So to be able to go to Demeter, again, you all know that you can go on both hands, then on your elbows, and then slide down, okay? So from Demeter, which is, I have my low back, just going down a little bit. The worm foot. I'm worming down. Right, there we go. And just the mic click. Here. So I have the natural curvature going. My feet, heels are digging into the ground so that I activate my legs. Feet are flexed. Head is extending far away from me as I possibly can. But what we're going to do is the isometric Demeter. So this is normal Demeter. Isometric one is where I place one heel against the outer knee joint. And then I have to look down to see that this knee is actually in the center of my body. And the other base of my palm is actually pressing not on the knee, but just behind the knee, lower from the leg, so that the elbow can actually go down. And the other hand would be going, pushing an imaginary wall away from my head. And the shoulder stays open. Okay, so this is isometric Demeter. But the add-on that we're going to do is in this posture, and it's actually important. So this is where you're going to test it the first time and see if that curvature stays there. So that's very important. The curvature should stay there. What we're going to do is simply extend the leg that is against the knee without losing that curvature and trying to reach that heel. And that gives a good quad exercise and the hamstring stretch as well. Trying to press that heel up and then coming back down. And then trying to press up and then coming back down. Okay? The arm stays the same. There's no problem there whatsoever. Okay? So everybody slide down, please. Not using your abs into the meter. I'll take you through it again. So we'll start with the left heel popping onto the right knee. Feet flat. And position yourself. Try out your bum. Wiggle your bum to try and see if you have a good curvature going. So I'll have, instead of having my knee out too low, I'll have it a little bit closer. Okay? And that heel is actually right on the knee joint. I'm not falling over it. I'm right on that knee joint so that I can actually feel the heel pressing against it. Look down at your knee, make sure it's right in the center, and now place the base of your hand just behind the knee so that you have good posture. Fingertips are up to your nose, elbow out to the side, and that completely opens the scapula. Shoulders are pushing down, and the other hand presses an imaginary wall away from your fingertips up to your, stretching towards the crown of your head, but you're not touching the head. But again, the elbow comes out to the side, and you can just relax this arm. The only thing it's trying to do is slightly pressing away from your head. Breathe in here. Nice and deep. Drop your jaw. Breathe in again. Drop your jaw. Fingertips pressing up. And vacuum. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, stretch that leg up very slowly. Try and get the heel, flexing those toes towards you. Try and get that heel up and don't lose that curvature in your lower back. It's shaking. I'm shaking. Good if you're shaking. Breathe in again. Stay there. Breathe out. And vacuum. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, bring that heel down again. Right next to that knee joint, and push that knee joint in, but push with your knee outwards as well. Okay, so the heel pushes the knee pushes the heel to create the activity in the leg. Breathe in again. Look down and make sure that knee is right in the center of your body. Adjust your shoulders, your waist. Breathe in again. Drop your jaw. Vacuum. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, again, the heel goes up. Once you're sitting, concentrate that lower back stays nice and open. Breathe in again. This time, as you breathe out, bring the other hand towards the top of your head, straight, pushing that imaginary wall. Now your knees are going to pop open just a little bit, going back to hip width. Breathe in again. Keep that heel pushing up. Keep that knee flexed. Breathe in again. As you breathe out, bring the left hand to the left knee and then slide it down to the, just behind the knee. Press against the leg, open that elbow and that shoulder goes down to your waist. Breathe in again. Drop your jaw. And back in here. Breathe in as you breathe out. Place your hand back to your head and the other heel next to hip width from the other heel. We're back to Demeter, the normal Demeter. Breathe in again. As you breathe out, the right heel goes to the left knee. Look down, the knee's in the center of the body, and the opposite hand that you just had up now against the left leg goes to just below the right knee. Feet flexed, fingers are pulling up towards you, elbows are out to the side, shoulders to your waist. Breathe in and drop your jaw. Back in. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, that heel goes up towards the ceiling very slowly. Don't lose the curvature in your lower back. Flex that knee and breathe in again. And drop your jaw. Back in. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, the hand goes back towards the other hand. Breathe in again. Adjust your shoulders. And as you breathe out, the right hand comes to just below the right knee. Press that heel up. Separate the knees slightly, hip width. Don't lose the curvature. Breathe in again. Drop your jaw. Back in. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, bring that leg down. Bring the other arm next to the other hand. Hip width apart. Breathe in. As you breathe out, push your shoulders to your waist, hand back in here. Breathe in as you breathe out, extend your legs. Bring your arms next to your waist, palms facing up. Lie here for a minute and just concentrate on your lower back. It should feel a little bit more of a curvature. It should feel it's a little bit more relaxed. There's a lot of stretching in the lower back right now. Your feet might have a bit of a tingling, vibrational kind of feeling in it because it was flexing quite a bit. The legs should be feeling a bit more relaxed now. We were working them quite hard. So also the shoulders and the arms, they should be relaxed now, and the neck nice and long. And concentrate where you're breathing. Your chest should be moving up and down right now. And now grab that block. Move to the side if you need to get up like I did right now, and put that block on your chest. So just lying down like this, concentrate on where you're breathing. I'd like you to breathe in very deep and try and lift that block as high as you can. Hold it for a second, feel the pressure, drop your jaw. And feel the weight of the block helping your chest down. Again, breathe in nice and deep. Lift the block, lift the block. Feel the pressure, drop your jaw. And feel how it presses your chest down. Relaxing the abs. Breathe in again. Lift that block nice and high. I can feel a stretch in my ribs as well. Hold it. Drop your jaw. This time, as you breathe out, give me a vacuum and try and lift that block with a vacuum. Breathe in, take the block off, then onto your side as you breathe out. Push yourself up, and thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you liked the session. There was a lot of new stuff happening, a lot of new incorporations, and this is just the beginning for incorporating a lot more stuff into our training, into our exercises. Things will get easier. It's hard in the beginning, but the extensions, when you get to level 2, I don't explain that much. I just say do the extension, and then it gets so much easier. But slowly and surely, I will be incorporating a lot more to these postures, and we've been advancing every single time that we practice. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment either here or leave me a comment. Actually, it's good if you guys leave it in the group, in the messenger group, because then everybody can see it. And I wish you all a fabulous Sunday, and